So, dun 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 dun! Welcome back.
Welcome back to episode 11 of Your Secret Safe with A. I'm here with my bestie for the resty. Take it away, Vikki.
Vikki, what a name. Girl, we have not recorded in like what feels like 2 months. It feels so long, and you've been posting clips from last episode, and I was like, I don't even know who I was talking about. Like, I literally had a guy message me, and he was like, was this about me? And I was like, no, I met you a week ago. We recorded like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't about you. I was like, sorry, you're not special, but life update. So last episode, I talk about seeing a bartender. I've been sworn to secrecy. It didn't work out. He went to rehab. It wasn't my fault.
He tried to blame you a little bit.
He tried to blame me a little bit. It wasn't my fault. He went to rehab. We're just going to leave it at that. So no, I'm not seeing him anymore. If anyone is surprised, let me know. Like, thumbs up.
The funniest part about that is in the episode, me and Elena were like, yeah, okay, we'll see like in a month if you're still together. And then, because we recorded that episode beginning of May, and then we posted it the end of May, and literally I think a few days before I posted the episode, you guys had ended things, or the week before, and I was like, called it.
No, he was like, I'll message you when I get out. And I was like, okay.
Oh my god, I was about to say, please don't.
No, he's a really cool person. I hope that his recovery goes well, but you remember that I like kind of gaslit him, and I was like, you literally just made up going to rehab to get away from me, and this motherfucker was like, here's the proof, and it's like his intake paperwork. So now I'm just like a big ass fucking bitch for like questioning this.
I mean, I would question it too, because I feel like you can easily fake going to rehab by just like not talking to someone or deleting your social media, but really you're off doing other fuck ass things.
I mean,
know?
like, I wouldn't have cared. Like, just say that if you're not into me, but you know, rehab's a pretty good excuse. Since that time, your girl is back on her casual ritual of whoever is around, hinge dates. Yeah, dating's not for me, so I'm going to do the casual thing until I find someone who is maybe worth a damn. But I am coming up on my 1 year living in Nashville, so I've not committed to a man, but I have committed 1 year to living in Nashville on July 3rd. I cannot believe that we made it.
Next Thursday?
Next Thursday, I took the day off of work. I'm going to have like a little me day to celebrate my 1 year in Nashville and my longest relationship since my divorce. Cheers.
Hell yeah.
Cheers to me in Nashville. So that's who I'm in a
movie.
relationship. Yep, that's who I'm in a relationship with now, is Nashville. And yeah, I'm like, men suck yet again. Here we go. I'm just gonna keep hanging out with random guys, and we'll see what happens. But your girl's not falling in love anymore. Love is for the weak. So you remember?
Yes, welcome to my side.
Love is for the weak. Y'all remember the first 10 episodes where I said that I'm a lover through and through? Your girl is tired. I cannot do it. Like, I'm literally about to go on Love Island and start twerking like Hudda.
I don't watch Love Island, but I'm about to start because everyone just keeps talking about this season and how insane Huda is. And apparently there's a girl that's like 21 on the show, but she's had so much work done that she looks like she's 35. Like, we look younger than she does, which is
that's like
crazy.
Who's Trump's blonde assistant lady that's literally 25 and looks like she's 40?
Oh, KKK Caroline?
Yeah. It's like that.
No, when I found out she was 27, I was like, girl, put some sunscreen on.
Well, no, there was literally this TikTok, and she's like getting her makeup done, and all the comments are like, not a day over 50. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, dear God, which I was like, damn, they're really hating on this old lady. And then when I searched who she was and realized she was like somewhere between 25 and 27, I was like, damn. That's what plastic surgery too young does.
Yes, they're like, oh, it's preventative Botox. I'm like, preventing you from looking your age and looking younger. But it reminds me of that scene from Freaky Friday where the mom and the daughter is in the mom's body, and she
And
looks
she's
in the
like,
mirror. She's like, Keeper!
Freaky Friday is an iconic movie.
They're
Forever.
coming out with the second one.
Okay, well, I hope it doesn't ruin it for me. I think I'll still like it. Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan, Freaky Friday. Iconic.
They're bringing back all of the OG characters too.
Damn.
Like Chad Michael Murray. God, he was so hot in that movie.
I'm like, Chad Michael Murray. I'm like, see, I'm not really into blondes, but for Chad Michael Murray.
I would be. Well, I guess. No, I mean, he's kind of blonde-ish.
Yeah, your man's kind of like dirty blonde. Anyway, so life update. I'm single, violently single. I've flipped sides. I'm no longer interested in being anybody's lover, and I'm going to die alone having great sex. So.
You know,
It doesn't sound that bad.
I was about to say, it really honestly doesn't sound that bad. Like, going out, having great orgasms with your dogs. I mean, like, yeah.
Bestiality is dead. We talk about this in episode 1, that bestiality is dead.
It's like a reoccurring theme. Like, somehow it's always brought up in almost every single episode, and I don't know how I do it. But what I meant is men giving you great orgasms and your dogs as your companions for your life. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. People, I'm like, men that stay over keep trying to pull Zeus out of the bed, or they're like, they don't want him under the covers. And I'm like, that's a red flag.
Yeah. If you don't like that, then you can go sleep at your own house. Get out.
Right. But I'm like, actually, come here and hold me, because like Zeus sometimes stabs me with those little pointy feet. But still not a lover at this point. I'm over it. If love finds me, it finds me. But I think I'm just gonna, focus on work, be a skinny hot bitch,
Hell yeah.
and continue to fuck the haters. Y'all need to stop tanking our reviews on our fucking Spotify. To all the haters, get a life. It's been a year. Get over it.
I'm sure today's video I posted for us probably didn't help, because I was like, yeah, all my exes are ugly too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm the prettiest, but
I'm sure someone finds me ugly, but no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say it to you, and then I'm going to edit it out.
delete this. Well, I mean, he has an excuse, but
Yeah,
a lot of these men don't.
Right. Okay. My life update. I spent the month of May with Mr. W. I met his kid. It went really well. And all that good stuff. My sister just got married like 2 weeks ago, so my entire family came to Blacksburg, and we all stayed at my parents' house. So like 27 of us stayed at my parents' house. If you
I'm like,
follow
for
me on
those that
Instagram-
don't know, I'm like, Grace is the middle child of 11, like the ultimate middle child syndrome.
Yeah, and we have 13, 14 grandkids and 4 significant others now. And it's a lot. So there was like 27 people just running around screaming at all times. And in my room, all of my nieces slept with me, like on air mattresses and stuff. And it would be like 11 p.m. and I'm like, okay, it's time to go to bed. And then they'd be like giggling to each other. And I'm like, I don't want to ruin this core memory for them, but I'm tired. Auntie Grace wants to go to bed.
Aw, I'm like, that's so cute.
It
Well,
is
I
cute.
told you that I like had that emotional moment where I went and I got my nails done, and it happened to be Father's Day weekend. And like, I do not have daddy issues. I'm just gonna clarify right now that like my parents are together. Like my father and I have a fine relationship. Are we the closest? No, whatever. But I saw these like adorable little girls. Their father brought them into the nail salon, and I'm like getting my manicure, and they're like so excited and like picking out their colors. And like, I kid you not, I was like holding in tears at the nail salon because it was such a wholesome moment and they seemed so happy. And I had texted my father, Happy Father's Day, and I got a thanks with a period. And I was like, Happy Father's Day. I love you so much. I miss you so much. And then I got that response, and then I saw these cute little girls and like their dad taking them out, and I literally sobbed. Yeah, that was one of those moments I was like, damn, I must be fucking pregnant. I'm not. I'm not. But real ones know that I always keep pregnancy tests and Plan B in my apartment at all times.
I'm supposed to start my period this week or next week, but I watched this TikTok story and this girl was talking about how she got pregnant with an IUD, but she had a copper one. And then a bunch of people in the comments were like, that's actually people with IUDs who got pregnant. It's usually the copper one because it's non-hormonal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's my biggest fucking fear is getting pregnant with my IUD. And like, I want it taken out because I want to like let my hormones reset themselves. But I don't want to be pregnant, and so I need Mr. W to hurry up and get this motherfucking vasectomy.
Yeah, I'm like, he needs to get snipped. I'm like, what are we waiting on?
I'm just being lazy and not making an appointment.
Mm.
Typical.
Like, speaking of lazy men, so our episode today, we figured we would start out by reading some unhinged text messages. So some of these came from our listeners. Some of them came from our personal lives. We're not going to give you any context or explanation as to what these messages were about. As always, no names. We're just going to read them and hopefully you get a laugh from it. So this friend and I was telling her about this guy I was seeing last summer and we were in the pool and I had sent these text messages and she was like they were kind of comical reading them back and she narrated them for a group of people in the pool. She was like, I'm gonna read these messages out loud, narrating them without any context, and it was funny as shit. I was like, it was a little embarrassing, some of the things I said, and if I can find these messages. It was a good one. Something about him having bad style. And which
he does have bad style.
He does. He wears long shorts.
He wears long cargo shorts.
Correct. I was like, what are we? This is so Gen X of you.
He's stuck in that I'm so pimpin' early 2000s
oh god
swag, pretty boy swag, Soldier Boy vibes.
Yes. Anyway, all right, go first. I'm trying to hunt. I'm on the hunt. I'm on the prowl.
Okay.
Prowl.
This is from one of our listeners. And this guy texted them and said, "Sup, S-U-P." They go, "Who is this?" The man goes, "Your next piece of man meat." The listener goes, "Well, all of a sudden I'm a vegetarian." It's giving 303. Tell your boyfriend I'm not a vegetarian. And wait, what is it? The beef part?
Oh, it's I'm not fucking scared of him. What is it? It's 303. Is that the band?
Yeah, it's. Remember, because it's.
Because he says he got beef, but I'm a vegetarian and I ain't fucking scared of him.
That's what it is.
You're welcome.
We would have gotten it. "Don't Trust Me" by 303. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's also the song where it's "Shush girl, shut your lips.
Do the
Helen stop with your hips."
Yeah, what a song. Honestly, that was such an era.
Iconic. Okay, you read a text.
This one's from a listener. So she sends this guy a screenshot of her saved contact name for him. It's his name. Afterwards, it says "kind of creepy." And she's like, "Here's your contact." And he's like, "Oof, am I kind of creepy?" She's like, "Yes." He said, "Why?" Hair smelling gave stalker vibes, the persistence, and asking for individual photos. He said I was kissing. Kidding. First off, I don't even like hair.
Ew, I don't like that.
Doesn't that give you chills? Chill
Yes,
bumps?
that is giving Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Let me wear your face.
Yeah, she blocked him. Wise girl.
Oh, she should. Queen.
Yep.
Okay, another listener one. This dude texted her and said, "Come bounce on this dick." She said, "Sir, I could do no such thing. I'm packing right now." And he said, "OMG." And she sent back the gun emoji to kill herself.
Oh my
I love that one. That one's good. That one's funny.
Okay, here's another one from a listener. She met this random guy out at the bar. They exchanged numbers. The timestamp is important here. At 11:30, he sends her, come over. At 1:30, he sends her, come over. She responds at 7:50 the next morning. Who is this? He's like, it's XYZ. I want a link. Busy.
At 7 a.m.?
Busy. And he's like, fuck.
Okay, this one was right after the Trump assassination attempt. This person said, Trump getting shot at reminded me of how I need to be shooting my shot at you. What you doing, baby? And the listener said, this is one of those rare moments where I'm speechless. Not using the assassination of Trump, well, the failed assassination,
As a pickup line.
as a pickup line, which, I mean,
Good game. That's all I'm gonna say. Good game. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Okay. From another listener.
oh God, when you start cackling like that, I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna be good.
Roof inside. This is talking about being at the bar.
Okay.
Yes. Well, now the bar outside. I'm in the brown coat, black jacket. At the bar? Question mark. Is this her? Girl, stop sharing location. He responds, sorry if I didn't look good enough.
Wait, did they see the dude and then was like, nope?
Yeah, basically this girl, like, she had messaged this, like, Hinge date to come, like, meet her out at the bar or whatever. He told her what he was wearing. She saw him and immediately was like, okay, I gotta stop sharing my location, and, like, dipped from the bar. And he was like, I guess I didn't look good enough.
Okay, that reminds me. I did that a few years ago when I was single. I was messaging this dude on Hinge, and he hatfished me, first of all. And second of all, his pictures did not look like him. So I'm out at the bar, and he had been, like, asking me what I was doing, and I was like, I'm just not going to respond. So then I'm out at the bar with my friend, and we see this other person that she's friends with. And so him and his friend start walking over. And the friend, like, looks at me and he's like, oh, hey, what's up? And I was like, it was the dude. Because for a second I was like, hi? Like, I don't fucking know you. And then it clicked. This man was bald as fuck. Like, he had, like, a fucking cul-de-sac and looked nothing like his photos. And I was like, who the fuck are you?
I got hatfished so hard the other day. Like, so hard the other day.
It's so tough.
No, well, it's just like, this was like a real hatfish that, like, okay, picture a hockey player. Hockey players sometimes have long hair, whatever. So all the photos I've seen of this person, he's wearing a hat. I see the long hair coming out the back. Hat off. It was giving, what's that character from Seinfeld that looks kind of creepy? Kramer. The one with, like, the... It was like hairy, Larry Moe, curly, whatever, like bald at the top, but like a flat in the back, and I was like at that point, just cut it off. It was so bad. I was like, this is the ultimate hatfish.
The fact that he kept his long ass hair, that's so gross.
I was like, can we have sex with the hat on? I was like, doggy only, like, because at first I was on top, and I was like, all I see is the fact that, like,
oh my God. At that point, dude, wear like a toupee or a wig or
cut the rest of your hair off. Like, don't, like...
Yeah, you just gotta shave it off at that
Which,
point.
I'm like, honestly, he looked really hot. Like, with the hat on and the long hair, I was like, okay. I was like, so if things ever get serious with this person, like, am I willing to marry someone in a baseball cap? It's not gonna get serious, but,
That's funny as fuck.
he had a really nice view from his apartment, though, so kudos to that.
Oh, he didn't have a loser-ass apartment?
I mean, it was a loser ass apartment. It was still like a studio. He's like 28 or whatever, but at least it was downtown. It had like big windows and pretty view. Like, okay, now I'm just being judgmental. It's not a loser ass apartment. It doesn't have a Murphy bed like that other guy.
Oh my god. Okay. This one is, the person texted, "What's your Addy?" The listener said, "Why?" The person said, "Am I allowed to come?" And the listener said, "You realized I left alone on purpose, right? Why would you come when I didn't want you to?" Hell yeah, be mean.
Damn. Some of these bitches are cold-hearted.
As they should.
I literally had to Google the other day, like, how to say you're not interested.
Like, meanly or nicely or in a corporate way?
I don't want to be mean. I just have a hard time, like, turning men down. Like, I've been going on actual dates, and I've, like, made out with a couple guys, and I was like, you know, like, it's definitely friend zone. Like, we had good conversation, like, whatever. But I'm just like, how do I tell them I don't want to kiss them? Like, please, someone tell me. I was like...
Do you remember the Jenna Marbles video that made her famous when she was like, if a guy is dancing with you and you don't want him to, just do the face.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then they'll turn around and she's like, or something, just start doing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want them to think I'm weird because I'm like, we could maybe be friends, but like, no one wants to just be your friend as a girl.
Just be like, yo, I'm not feeling a romantic connection.
Oh, God. That idea is like making me want to hurl.
You owe nothing to these men. And if they get mad at you, that's on them. That's their own fucking issues, not yours.
I know, but I don't want to disappoint people.
You can disappoint people. Especially these fucking crusty, dusty men in Nashville.
Okay, what's next? Question. Are you open to dating Indian guys? His Hinge profile picture is his 837 credit score. Because that's all he apparently has to offer me.
I mean, hell yeah.
I'm like, good credit, don't sweat it.
Was he weird looking?
Yes.
I feel like I remember this screenshot.
Oh, this wasn't me.
Right.
Right.
Okay. This one, the person texted the listener and said, "I can't stand you." And the listener texted back and said, "The feeling is mutual."
Okay. Then maybe block each other? I don't know what to say. Oh gosh, I'm trying to find this fucking Hinge message I got the other day. I think I sent it to you and Elena. Also, by the way, I have on my Hinge profile that I have a podcast. I don't say the name of it, but I get questions about it. Which maybe I should read y'all my Hinge profile so y'all can be like, what is happening? I get a lot of likes. Nothing long-standing, of course, but...
Say, of course you get a lot of likes. Okay, well, this is from a listener. She DM'd us this one, and she was, I think she was on Hinge, and someone responded to one of her Hinge prompts and said, "Damn, bitch, do you piss with that pussy?"
Did she report him? Even that is too vulgar for me. Like, that is too vulgar for me. Like, I'm offended.
When she said that, I was
and
like,
that takes a fucking lot for me to feel, like, uncomfortable.
I was just like, what fucking man in his right mind looks at this girl, is like, yes, I'm gonna respond to, like, this Hinge prompt, and then types that out and is like, what a great pickup line. She's like, definitely gonna like me.
Oh, yeah.
Men are fucking wild on Hinge.
This guy sent me this message, which I was like, it was kind of nice, but also I'm like, bad judge of character, red flag. It's the one where it's like, you look like a really nice person. like you seem like a good person, and I'm like...
Wait, I remember that. Yeah, I think it was to me and Elena.
I can't find it, though. I think I deleted it.
I might still have it.
No, you have to find it and you have to read it out loud. But like, unprovoked, this man liked me on Hinge, and like, in the messages, he's like, you're stunningly beautiful, whatever. Gosh, the people that you're not attracted to give you the best compliments. Like, I'm gonna go to the gas station and get complimented every day, but he's like, you're beautiful, you're stunning, and you
Wait,
seem
I
like a
have to
genuinely
interrupt.
good.
While searching for this text message, I find one from my ex. It says, I thought it was a good performance. Glad you enjoyed it.
Stop it.
This is from 2 years ago. Oh my god. I'm fucking dead. What about the one that sent you a poem?
Okay, you'll have to read the poem, but I found it. Okay.
Okay, this person sent Vikki a poem, and it's, with stakes in sports, you light the way. Red flags aside, let's seize the day. A Bloxburg charm and wicked dog park view. Here's to us a brew at the zoo.
So, two of my friends and their spouses, boyfriends, whatever, like, we all got tickets to brew at the zoo, and I didn't want to be the fifth wheel, so I posted on my Hinge that I needed a date to brew at the zoo, and like, people went crazy. Shout out to the Bat Cave podcast. He ended up being my date, so now we make content together, I guess. We took not like that. Okay, here it is. You are absolutely stunning and seem like a good person. I'd love to get to know you. Me to my friends. Seem like a good person is wild.
Did you like just have a crash out like right before
Literally, this was from Elena. She's like, the fact that you're on Hinge. I was like, haha, girl, what? I said, I'm banned from Tinder, so of course I'm on Hinge. And she's like, I mean, you just placed a man in rehab. Give it a second.
What'd she say last episode? Give that pussy a break.
She needs to breathe. No,
Oh.
I sent a guy to rehab, and then I started hooking up with this guy that actively lives in rehab.
Bitch. How does he get out? Is it like a outpatient?
No, he's not. No, he's like done. Now he's just like a counselor. And I was like, oh, I can come stay with you. And he's like, not at the rehab center. You can't.
He's probably like, I mean, you could take an intake form.
No, he's actually really cool. And it's a new name, a name of someone I've never had sex with before.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I'm just gonna call him Rehab Man.
Well, there's two.
Well, no, the first one's Bartender Man. He'll forever be that.
To rehab you go.
This one is, hey, sup? What are you doing? Cool, I'll be there in 30 minutes. She checks his location and goes, you're 9 minutes away. You can be here faster than that.
That's crazy.
When I was living with Mr. W for May, and we would be meeting somewhere, he'd be like, okay, like I'll be there at this time, or I'll be like, or I'm this close. I'd be like, are you? And I would check his location like a crazy person. Or like in the middle of the day, I'm like, are you really working from home?
No, I'm like, I used to do that with my ex-husband, but it's because he'd be like, I'll be home in 20 minutes, and then 2 hours will go by, and I'm like, you're not on the way, and you're not dead on the side of the highway, but you're about to be. Oh, Lord. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Okay. True life. All I want in my life is a man that will rub my shoulders because I have really a tight neck right here. And and pop my back. I'm just like, God, I miss it. Like, if there's anything I miss about my ex-husband is he used to pop my back like 100 times a day. And like, not in like ooh, I'm gonna pop her back because we're having good sex. Like, no, the sex was mediocre, but he used to like crack my spine like a fucking chiropractor, and that shit was good.
I was sitting on the floor today trying to crack my own back because my back has been hurting so bad for the past few days, and I have like this crick in my neck right here, and I'm like, I need
Not the crick.
a crick. I got a crick on my neck. I was like, I need a fucking massage so bad.
I don't think it would help. Speaking of massages, blast from the past. Y'all remember it was like episode 2 or 3.
Massage man.
Massage table man. On my Hinge, I have this video of me taking a shot, and the prompt is like, "Don't tell my mom." And he's like, "I didn't tell her about our night, so I'm not gonna tell her this." Like, I like literally we matched on Field. So those of you that don't know what Field is, it's like a dating app for sex freaks. It's where you go for like threesomes, anonymous hookups, whatever. I was on this app for a while. This is where I met Massage Table Man. And he found me on Hinge recently, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to tell your mom." I was like, "You realize we've met before?" And he's like, "Yeah, and I didn't tell your mom that either."
And you're like, well, actually, my mom does know because she's listening. Okay, so this text message says, the last few weeks have been, so the listener sent this to the person. The last few weeks have been some of your best work. The person said, can tell after you fist bumped me after sex. LOL. I was like, that was good, I guess. Have you ever fist bumped someone after sex?
So I used to fist bump. I make it transactional, like.
Okay, don't say it like that. It makes you sound like a prostitute.
No, I did this with my ex-husband because we had sex so infrequently that I would like, anytime he did like decent, I would be like, you know, "Thanks for your service," or like, "Here's your payment." And I would shake his hand like it was like a business transaction.
I'll never forget when we all went to the track together for some random weekend. And I had showered first, and I'm laying in the bed after I'd gotten ready, getting ready, waiting for you guys to get out of the shower. And I'm watching a movie or something on my phone, and I just keep hearing this clinking noise.
Oh, God.
I was like, what the fuck is that noise? And then I'm pausing and I'm listening for it again, and I hear you moan, and I was like, because the walls were paper thin in the hotel room, and I'm like turning up the TV as loud as possible. I was like, the last thing I want to hear is Vicki's nipple rings clinking against the shower and her moaning.
Grace is watching Burlesque.
Watching. What are we not watching Burlesque?
I love Burlesque. Any girly knows we love Burlesque, but
it's such a good movie. I'm gonna have to watch it after this. Every time
Yeah.
we bring it up, I
have to watch
go
it.
watch it. Yeah.
Well, honestly, like, I'm so repulsed by the fact that, like, I was having sex with my ex-husband, but we were like happily married.
I was so repulsed by the fact that he even had the audacity to put his penis inside of me. That's
like literally, like I've done a lot of nasty shit, and the idea, like, me thinking about him. Like, I had someone on Hinge be like, you know, if he messaged you tomorrow and was like, "Let's get back together," what would you say? I was like, I wouldn't respond.
Ugh, you fucking better not.
Oh, are you kidding?
Just making sure.
In the grand scheme, in the grand scheme of dicks, he is in the bottom 10 to 20%. I've had some really good ones recently. I've had some really bad ones, but I've had some really, really fucking good ones recently that, like, the girth, the length, but I'm like, can't date you. Can't date you.
Isn't that how it always goes? But what's that one meme? It was like, I think it was this girl trying to break up with this guy, or they broke up and he's being mean, and she sent him a text, and it was like, your 3 inches felt like 6 because I thought I loved you.
We talked about this.
We talked about this before.
Yeah, we've all been there. I don't know. I had the was the smallest I think I've ever had.
Yikes.
He's a cool person. Here we go. Victoria is having casual sex with people that she's zero interest in, or making out with people that she has zero interest in, simply because she cannot tell them no.
Bitch, that's like assault. That is the definition of assault.
No, it's not.
You don't want to do it, do you?
No. Okay, I'm out of my lover era. Lover era is dead.
Taylor can't come to the phone right now. She's dead.
Yeah, okay, so pause. I hope as listeners, you guys feel empowered that it's okay to have sex and like sex. And if you're telling your own story, that doesn't mean you've lost control of it. Like, sure, that we make jokes about it and it's a coping mechanism, but it doesn't mean that you're any less of a person because of what you enjoy. And the whole point of Your Secret's Safe with A is about the secrets and the taboos and the things that people don't talk about. The way I live my life, many of people live their lives the same way. They just don't talk about it because they don't feel that it's socially acceptable. And it's because of the boomers. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, and they don't want to be judged by their friends and family, which is stupid. Like,
if they're your friends and they're your family and they love you and support you, they won't judge you. And if they're not, if they are judging you, then they're not the people you need to keep in your life.
and I can guarantee those people probably are doing freaky shit too. They just don't talk about it. And so then they're going to come out even harder with their judgment onto you. It's the same thing with like the loudest people who are homophobes are usually homosexual themselves. Like they have a deep rooted issue of insecurity and loathing for themselves. So they take it out on other people.
Right. And I know a lot of people are probably going to get pissed off by this, but to me, I find it liberating. I find it really liberating to be able to tell my story and do the things I do and still be a successful career woman and someone who is respected as a leader. And just because I like having kinky sex doesn't make me any less of a person because I talk about it, because I joke about it, just because I have mental health struggles doesn't make me any less. So the point of the podcast is, I mean, full circle moment. It's called Your Secret's Safe with A because nobody wants to talk about the secrets and the things they do behind closed doors, yet we say it here out loud. And guess what? I still have plenty of friends. I still have plenty of family. I still have a really great career despite these things I do. And we've had so many people, like, I understand a lot of people might be like, this is vulgar or this isn't, something that you talk about. And it's like, maybe it's not something you talk about, but maybe it's something you should talk about. And we have a handful of listeners that hearing our stories, like, feel so liberated and supported and heard. So that's what it's about. And for those of you that think it's just like, oh, she's some floozy slut, like, whatever. Let me live my life. Let me live my life.
We're just living our authentic lives.
Yeah, apparently that's such a bad thing.
And I mean, I know people who call us their friends definitely talk shit about this. I know 100% that you guys do. And I'm here to say, find me on the corner of I don't give a flying fuck.
Yep. So I'm like, thank you to our haters who listen so intently.
Yeah, keep giving us those hater numbers. I don't give a fuck.
Because I know people ask us, like, why do we do it? What do we get out of it? And part of it is just, Grace and I are long distance best friends. And every time we get together to film one of these episodes, it ends up being super therapeutic. And it ends up just being like a friend happy hour catch up. But there is meaning behind it.
For me, I do marketing in the real life for my job. And, it's corporate marketing. So it's not the funnest. But with this, like it's a creative outlet, A, for me, and B, it's like a catch up with Vikki every 2 weeks, a guaranteed 3-hour yap session of us catching up and just listening about the stupid shit that we've been doing or saying, or our anxiety of oh my God, I'm going to get fired every other day, because what millennial does not freak the fuck out, think that they're going to get fired when they're boss is just like, oh, I just want to have to do a quick chat about this, and it's literally nothing.
Literally nothing. But I mean, this is for our hometown people too. It's for our close friends. We have a lot of friends who love these stories, who love remembering these moments, who have those like, oh my God, I fucking knew it, but it's like we finally said it, like, kind of moments. And I'm really proud of our following in such a short amount of time. And I'm really proud of the stuff that we talk about, even though to some it's considered shameful. I mean, I hope you feel the same way. I'm like,
yeah, we're always so thankful to everyone that listens and engages on our social media and follows us. And was bothering us for that month hiatus that we had to take. That was my bad. And be like, where the hell is episode 10? And I was like, I promise we're working on it. We're coming back.
So here's the thing. If you know anything about me and Grace, so we had to take a hiatus before we posted episode 10, and we posted something on Instagram that was like, you know, we're going through some personal things, whatever. And like, I got flooded with messages. Everyone was like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, what happened? And I'm like, you know what? For once, it is not about me.
It was me.
I was like, this has nothing to do with me. Yeah. So I'm going to end with this. I don't have daddy issues, but I was really upset on Father's Day. So I was texting Grace and Elena, and I was like, should I message that 62-year-old that I sometimes hook up with?
When you said that, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I've been blowing him off ever since. Like, he's been messaging me like, we didn't hang out. Like, it's been, like, I think the last time I saw him was September. Mm-hmm. The girl I had a threesome with him with, it's her birthday party on Friday. So I'm, like, going to her birthday party because that's how we know each other, from fucking the same 62-year-old.
At least she's fun, right?
Yeah, she's really cool. She's down to earth. I mean, I'm like, casual sex is such a thing, and like threesomes, and like, if you download Field, it's FEELD. If you download this app, if you enjoy sex and want to meet like-minded individuals that enjoy sex, you should download this app. Because the men on Hinge and Tinder, they don't get it.
No. Yeah,
they want to pretend to get it, but I'm just like, you don't get it.
Yeah, because they're all like frat boys who literally only care about coming, and they come in 5 minutes.
Oh. Well, I will say, Baldy McBalderson, with the long hair, oh my goodness, I have 12 unread messages on Hinge. He was very giving. And I told him beforehand, like, I was like, this is going to be a sex thing only. If you have a small dick, don't waste my time. He's like, I've never gotten any complaints. And, like, it's not a bad dick, but it's not enough dick. Yeah. That I'm like, you know, you're, like, 27. Like, what do you know about, you know? Mm-hmm. Oh, I haven't gotten any complaints. I'm like, what, from your 3 women you ever hooked up with?
Yeah,
like,
from the 20-year-old girls that still don't understand their body yet.
Right. I went on a date the other night. And he was like, I can't stand those girls that, like, want to be like, you know, oh, good girl. And I'm like, yeah, me either. I fucking can't stand that shit.
Yeah, who would like that?
Who would like that? I was like, how repulsive. He texted me after the date, and he was like, you know, is this, like, romantic, or are we just friends? I was like, just friends.
Spit my mouth and tell me I'm a good girl.
He's like, I hate women like that. I was like, oh, yeah, same. Like, what a hoe. Taking it back to episode 2.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, I would never ask for that.
I mean, once again, they want their fucking little Sarah Ann holier than thou.
I'm just like, we're not, like, sexually compatible. It's easier for me to say it over text, and I got saved when I went on this date because, like, I hung out with him a couple times. Again, friend. Good person to hang out with. We have good vibes, good conversation. He was like, you're very hypersexual.
So?
I was like, are you not? Like, are you, like, he's like, every time we hang out, you talk about sex. And I was like, well, it's pretty important to me.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry if it's not important to you, but to me, I know my body, I know my wants, I know my needs, like. And afterwards, like, we were walking out to the car, and he was like, oh, I can take you home. I was like, no, like, I drove myself. And my friend Sarah called me, so I gave, like, a quick hug and goodbye. And, like, within, like, 10 minutes, he's like, so, like, is this for, what did he say? I'm like, I need to read it. He's a cool person. Like, I don't hate him or anything. He's done nothing wrong. We had a good makeout sesh. And anyway, he said, out of all our conversation, are you interested in dating or just friends? I said, I think just friends. I think we're too sexually different. Totally cool.
Sick, bro.
Sick, bro. Well, I'm like, he's like, those girls. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. Those girls. Women. I'm like.
Those females.
Yeah, I'm like, God. I'm like, who would ever ask for that?
Oh, my God. I would never.
Yeah. But I just already know. I'm like, we're not going to be sexually compatible if that's not what you're into. No. He's like, I'm not a talker during sex. And I was like, but it's not gonna work out. I don't know. Like, is that a deal breaker? See, you can't put this on Hinge. Deal breakers are like, what's a deal breaker? Like, some people put on here, like, oh, God, the amount of people I match with, well, not match with, that I see on Hinge in Nashville, it's like, you shouldn't go out with me if you don't love Jesus.
I was literally about to say a deal breaker for me would be like if they have Jesus in their bio or if they attend church every Sunday, which nothing wrong with if you do. That is just not, that's not me.
Yeah. I don't know. I matched with this guy. He like runs a marina, and I was like, okay, I can do the boat thing. But he like, he's a good old country boy. And I was like, maybe I need that.
Maybe. I don't know. They're not very freaky in the sheets.
I don't know.
You could try it, see what happens.
I mean, the world is my oyster.
She is your clam.
Voodoo clams all the way. All right, well, thanks for coming back to your Secret Safe with A. This is episode 11. I really don't even know what tonight's episode was about. We had this theme of like raunchy sad, raunchy sad. We haven't really talked about sad. I did kind of talk about my family struggles.
Yeah, I mean, in last episode, we shared a lot of Adrian's stories.
Yeah. So I guess this is a raunchy one.
Yeah, I would say it's like a good mix between raunchy and sad.
So I will leave you all with this. I will read something from my Hinge profile just so you guys know. Anyway, I have something on my Hinge profile called Unusual Skills. The first one is touching my tongue to my nose.
I knew you were going to say that. I was like, I could guarantee it's her fucking nose trick.
The second one, juggling. Having more red flags than you.
True.
I have a podcast, sorry, and it's like the monkey like hiding his eyes. And like people respond, they're like, what's the podcast about? I'm like, you're the rabbi. You're the rabbi.
Wait, I don't get it.
Nobody wants this.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot the sisters have a podcast together. That's right. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, if you don't know, you're the rabbi. But
True.
no
I
one is
love
going to
that
be my
show.
rabbi because I'm just going to die alone. And
Maybe you should find a rabbi.
so, rehab man used to be a pastor in another life. He has 2 kids. He used to be a pastor, and then he became an alcoholic, and like his wife divorced him, and now he's in rehab, and like he's very hot. But I was like, do you believe in Jesus? He's like, yeah, I'm in like a faith-based rehab program, and I was like, but he doesn't talk to me about Jesus, and he also fucks me like a slut. Like he'll spit in my mouth and call me a good girl. So I'm like, yes, sir, pastor, pastor.
Pasture? Pasture is where the cows are. Pastor is where Jesus.
Yeah, he was like, I used to be a pastor. I was like, good thing it's used to be.
Vikki would get down on her knees and pray to him.
You have to cut that. All right, like, follow, subscribe, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Buy our hats so we can make you shirts.
Follow us on YouTube because sometimes when we post to Spotify or Apple, we don't post the video. But if you follow us on YouTube, all of our full-length episodes with the video is up there. So follow us, like, subscribe, TikTok, Instagram. That's where we post most of our updates on our Instagram about things and fun little Q&As if you ever want to participate in them, because we'd love to hear your stories.
Heck yeah. Illy.
Bye.